Hello, I'm glad to see you back on my channel, and today's video is inspired by color. I'm constantly analyzing the color, and for me it is something that is really difficult to catch because it depends on so many things. When I consider color in my painting, I always need to think of tone, intensity, about the lighting, about my personal perception of it. So I thought that the best way to interpret the color as an idea for me, it would be showing it as a wave which is constantly changing, and 1 second is one way and then in the other second you see totally different. So in this work I started with outlining a wave which consists of many different colors. I had a few pictures of waves, and I'm kind of combining my own wave because I would like it to go around my shoulders. And then I'm starting to fill it in. I'm working with Superstar paints with their shimmers, and then I'm going to go over with some shadows and highlights. I go with the shimmers because I would like it to be a little bit shimmery at the end still, but on the other side their paints is very creamy and it's easy to apply shadows over them. They stick very well. At first I was thinking just to go with primary colors, but since I didn't want to forget about any color, I just went maybe not like a rainbow, but changing from one color to another. And I started with green, going to a bit of blue at the bottom, and then coming into purple, and then pinkish red color. I will be adding more shadows at the end, so they will change. Just now I'm just working on a base. Obviously when the wave is going to break and bend, I'm going to apply a darker color underneath, so I won't need to work on with shadows later on so heavily. I also decided to include gold color because I really like combination of gold and teal colors. I'm starting to add more shadows. I'm still on paints, haven't switched to the shadows yet, and I think this is Graphite's metallic shimmer from Superstar. And now I'm starting to work on more intense colors and starting to add shadows. The colors at the top are quite light, and I do need to outline them with white to make them look more visible and more standing out of my body. And here I'm obviously following the picture's shape, how the water would shine in the light, how it would reflect. It is a very long work actually. I don't know, I spent a few hours probably on this work, but that was my first wave try. I haven't tried any waves or water before too much, so it was kind of a part of my learning process as well, trying to notice all the differences, all the highlights in the water, and comparing it to the picture. Sometimes when I got bored of the highlights, I was switching back to shadows. It is also depends on shape that I'm working on. I like to switch from one element to another just to have a rest for my eyes, and then come back to an element, maybe seeing some mistakes and then correcting them. What I noticed with waves, it is looking really good when very dark elements are placed very close to a light element. For example, the bend of the wave at the top, it's really light, but straight underneath the shadow is going to go, and this is the darkest shadow that would be, because the farther away we go down away from this bend, the shadows kind of spreads and it's not so intense. I'm also adding some splashes and foam elements at the top of the waves. Before I do any makeup, I need to apply lenses, and my lenses today are Sclera lenses. They are from Lenses Color Efficient. Thank you very much for sponsoring me and for sending me these lenses. This was actually a first time me trying the Sclera lenses, and I managed to insert them in a couple of minutes. I don't think it was more than 10. So I was pretty happy with the overall look and with the effect which it given me. Emphasize even more the shape of my eyes with these lenses. I left the top of my eyelids light and darkened at the side, so my eye would look even bigger. Then I was trying to keep to the same idea of waves, and I was making the wave on each side of my face, kind of repeating the same colors and repeating the same patterns that I've done at my chest, but at a bit lower scale. It is actually very hard to paint yourself on the side of your face. I could hardly see what was happening next to my ear. I'm tying everything together with similar colors, so while doing the yellow wave, I'm also applying some shadows, yellow shadows on inner corner of my eye, on top of my lid, so it kind of all ties up together nicely. Since my eyes already don't look like a human eyes, I thought I'll do some kind of crazy makeup for them. So I made them a bit wider by applying another line at the bottom and shadowing underneath there, and also I'm adding lots of different dots on the inner side of my eyes and then on the outer side. For the face, I'm finishing off the lips, and then I also would need to add the headpiece and some more lines along my shoulders. And this will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Give me a thumb up or subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. I have a few new videos for you, so if you would like to receive notification when they come up, you can also press the bell button. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye!